Welcome to the coach trip. 7 couples on a 30-day tour in the sun. For some of them, it could be the holiday of a lifetime, taking in some amazing sights and cities.
We love life, we love new experiences, and we've done at least 2 new experiences every single day.
But for others, it could be a complete nightmare.
The food was absolutely appalling, and I can't wait to get back to Europe.
This is no ordinary coach trip, because if you don't like the people you're travelling with, you can vote to send them home.
71 and plus, in a disco with younger people than them. They should be at home reading Reader's Digest, mate, with a cup of cocoa. And that is all I've got to say. I hope you had enough tape.
There are currently 6 couples travelling on the coach. Husband and wife, Alan and Eileen.
We've just had a couple, in fact, 3 very large sherries. And now, you know, you can do what you like with me, and as you say, I'm anybody's.
Friends, John and Kerry.
Once I start, I can't stop. There's no equilibrium with myself. I'm either right up there or right down there.
Barbers, Lorenzo and Alan.
I tell you what, Portugal is the undiscovered Spain.
I'm speaking.
Whatever. Speak.
Zip it, Zippy.
Friends, Kat and Claire.
I'd had quite a few drinks last night, so I had a hangover on top of the rubbish suit, which was lovely. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Rubber, where were you?
Father and son, Marlon and Joe.
They're not lords of no ring, yeah? There's another ring, and he's not lord of it.
Husband and wife, Di and Dave.
Well, from there.
Flooded the engine, I think.
And always looking on the bright side of any situation is Brendan, their tour guide.
Well, we seem to have a wee bit of a problem with Jose's train. It's a lovely yellow train, but unfortunately, it's not starting. We think it's had too much sherry.
The coach trip is currently travelling through Spain, and last time visited the Spanish city of Jerez, where the group got to visit a bee farm and have a few sherries on a bodega tour. Joe and Marlon decided it was time to get rid of Alan and Eileen.
You want to watch out, Dracula. We're coming to get you.
And at the vote, a tie meant the remaining passengers broke their allegiance and gave Alan and Eileen their first yellow card.
I don't know what we've done to upset him, but there's certainly something there.
If they get a second yellow card today, they will have to leave the tour on day 11 of the coach trip. It's 7:45 a.m. in Jerez, and today the coach trip is heading to Gibraltar. But it's a 124-mile journey, so unfortunately for the passengers, requires an early start. But before the coach can depart, there are 2 new arrivals to welcome on board, who'll be filling the seats left by Bill and Ray.
We have 2 new people on the coach this morning. It's Ivor and Andrea. So we'd like to welcome you, Ivor and Andrea. Thank you. And as usual, what we'd ask our new contestants, if you could kindly just introduce yourself. So do you want to start off, Ivor, please?
Love to. As you just said, my name's Ivor, and I normally work as an operations manager or in HR.
My name's Andrea. I live in Windsor in Berkshire. I've been a stay-at-home mum. Everyone says, what do you find to do all day? But I find lots of things to do. My favourite hobby is shopping. Yeah.
Love it.
I was just wondering how long you've been together. If that's not too rude a question, sorry.
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
On and off.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked that.
It's probably about 4 months altogether. We're on at the moment.
That's lovely. Well, we'd like to welcome you, Ivor and Andrea. Welcome to Coach Trip. Okay. And you'll get to know us as we go along, okay?
So 2 new passengers join the trip. However, it's not long before they're involved in the ongoing coach politics. Previously, Alan and Eileen got their first yellow card, signalling the end of their voting pact with some of the other passengers, and this morning they appear very subdued.
I was, yes, a little bit down this morning, but it was mainly because the people who voted for us seemed to be avoiding us. They wouldn't look at us
They would definitely
and
keep
talk to us. But then we realised we've voted people and it's our turn. You know, somebody had to be voted and unfortunately for us, it was our turn last night.
Joe, on the other hand, has lost none of his enthusiasm. He still wants Alan and Eileen off the trip. And when the coach pulls over for a toilet break, wastes no time in trying to recruit new arrival Ivor to his cause.
I want him off, and I want your help to get him off. Oh. And that's it. I'm being as blatant as that to the camera, yeah? You can do what you want. I'm going to tell you who it is, and I think you've got an idea without even saying who it is already. I want him off, and that's what I've got to say on that one.
Well,
if you can help me to get this certain person off, I'll be happy.
Everyone makes their own vote.
yeah.
We all go our own way, and we do our own thing.
Yes, they do.
Joe was just ranting about something. Just going out there saying that you know that you have to vote people off. And I should know who it is that's out there. If Joe wants to build his alliances, that's perfectly his way to do things. But we're here to play the game as it should be played.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're on our way to Gibraltar. Strategically, a very, very important place because it is the entrance to the Mediterranean Sea from the Atlantic. It has a population of approximately 28,000 people. It is like walking into England. It's quite weird, really. They use the runway as a natural border between the Spanish side and the English side. But you will see the rock. It's a massive actual rock, and it is the rock that looks over the Straits of Gibraltar, what we call the Pillar of Hercules, which is the two pillars, North Africa and Europe, OK? We'll be going up in the cable car to the very top. You'll see beautiful views of all of Gibraltar. OK, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to enter Gibraltar. Could you please raise your flags because we're going home for the day?
It's 11:30 a.m. and Brendan and the group have arrived in Gibraltar.
We're going up to the, on a cable car, we're going up right up to the top of the rock, the famous Rock of Gibraltar. We're going to meet the Barbary apes, and we're also going to meet a local guide called Angel.
The group reach the top where Angel is waiting, and he wastes no time in taking over the tour from Brendan.
50 minutes we'll assemble here. However, if you want a bit of commentary, of my commentary, to tell you the situation where we are, the geographical point where we actually are, just follow me. Okay, let's gather down to this veranda, yeah?
But it seems that Brendan may be getting tour guide envy.
He's very loud, isn't he, Angel? Angel means angel, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's very loud, but you see, he's just local. I'm international. That's the difference between me and him.
I think Brendan may have met his match finally. Angel was bossier than he is, which is amazing. Who originally brought the apes here to Gibraltar?
Right, really, nobody knows who or how the apes got here to Gibraltar. You can buy different books and they will tell you different legends.
Claire, they also say that, you know, sailors got them from foreign countries and brought them here and then just left them here.
As pets?
Yeah.
Or...
No,
really?
No. Yeah, they just got them as pets originally and then they just left them here, they just discarded them. That's another school of thought that he never touched on.
The Gibraltar Rock stands over 1,300 feet high. Most of its area is covered by a nature reserve, which is home to around 250 Barbary apes. And superstition holds that if the apes ever leave, so will the British.
I love monkeys, but these ones, I've seen them, they can be quite vicious. I like chimps.
The little baby monkeys are cute. The older ones are quite vicious.
I don't think I could eat a full one.
I'm stunned, absolutely stunned. I love him to death, and I really like Gibraltar from what I've seen of it at the moment in turn. Ooh, he bit me. Why did you do that? You little cow.
Angel is quick to jump to John's rescue, but not to be outdone, Brendan's not far behind.
I've just got a plaster for John's finger. I don't think the local guide carries such things, whereas being international, I do.
Sadly, Brendan's too late. Angel has already administered first aid.
What's he put on it? Savlon?
Yeah, that's fine for now. It's better if we keep it in the
Are you sure? Do you want a plaster on it or not?
No, as long as we got some.
So you'll accept his Savlon, but I come with a plaster and you don't really want to know. Fine, we know where we stand.
Thank you for coming to my rescue.
No, you're welcome.
Lovely.
Okay. Don't let it get it dirty. Don't get close to the ape again.
Probably goes to Bognor for his holidays or something like that. Anyway, there we are. No threat. So don't think there is, because there isn't, right?
Hello, Brendan. Where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, Brendan. Right. Yeah, I think it's about time we can gather them together. So,
Okay.
I think they're scattered throughout.
Well, you're the local guide. Go on, you can
Yeah?
get them all together. Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I don't want to upstage you in any way. You know, you carry on. I've got them for the next 5 weeks. Don't worry.
All right, Brendan.
Okay.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, can we gather all together here in the centre, please? We're going to take the lift, which will save time for you. I don't know what you're going to do next. Are you going for lunch? Going for lunch?
See, he doesn't even know what we're doing next.
Great.
I do. He doesn't.
No.
Coming up in part 2, the coach trippers continue their tour of Gibraltar with a very special treat when they're welcomed on board HMS York.
They're giving me this because obviously they can see my potential. The Royal Navy obviously can see potential just like that.
Today, the coach trippers come to spend a day out in Gibraltar. Brendan has already had a few problems with local tour guide Angel.
He's just local. I'm international. That's the difference between me and him.
And Joe has tried to enlist the help of new arrivals Andrea and Ivor to get Eileen and Alan off the trip.
I want him off, and I want your help to get him off.
But he'll have to wait until voting time to see if he's succeeded, as the group are now back on board the coach heading to their second stop, a tour you could only get on this coach trip.
We're going to enter into Gibraltar docks. We've got special permission to go on HMS York. We're going to have a tour of the actual ship with the ship's company and meet all the officers, and then we're going to finally have afternoon tea at the back of the ship. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in the port of Gibraltar, and we're going to have a tour this afternoon of HMS York. May I please introduce Captain Catherine Prudhoe and, of course, Angel, our guide round Gibraltar at the moment. We do have one little place left for the tour of HMS York, and I was wondering whether you would like me to invite Angel. Yay! Yes? OK, that's lovely.
Brendan leads the group on board HMS York.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, how are you? Good
Very well
afternoon.
indeed. Humphrey got it.
Thank you
Nice
very
to meet
much for having us aboard.
Our pleasure, Hello.
Thank you.
Where they meet Commanding Officer Matt Harvey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you on board HMS York. HMS York got into Gibraltar today. It's one of 8 Type 42 destroyers in the Royal Navy. We are nearly 3 weeks into a 4.5-month deployment to the Far East. We're delighted to be able to welcome you on board.
They're giving me this because obviously they can see my potential. The Royal Navy obviously can see potential just like that. Whereas Angel hasn't got one or Angel hasn't got one. So obviously he's not got the potential that I have, you see. International guide, he's not, just local.
Brendan may be the first to get the captain's hat, but Angel is the first to notice that one of the passengers isn't feeling well.
Yeah, darling.
Cheers.
Yeah, take 2 of those.
2.
Yeah.
So the exclusive tour begins without Kerry. The only part of the ship she'll be visiting is the sick bay, but that doesn't seem to bother her.
I'll come back in about half an hour, just checking you.
Thank you very much, Mr.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Fine, I think I'll be absolutely fine. It's the sun, I wanted to get out and I can have a lie down. And if anything goes wrong, I've got these guys here and I have to look after it.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the bridge. I'm the navigating officer on board, and it's my responsibility basically to get the ship from A to B.
Where do they start? It was just incredible.
The hospitality on the ship was great. Everybody made us feel welcome from the moment we stepped on the ship.
And Freddie, what do you say, mate? Yeah, he liked it as well.
Another passenger who's enjoying the tour is John, although he's a little confused about who's running the ship.
Was you trained outside of the RAF or?
Oh, yes. Wash your mouth out.
We have come to the HMS York cruise liner, ship, sorry. All the Navy people have been absolutely brilliant and they've been so fanciable, it's untrue. What's your role, Nick?
I'm a physical training instructor, so basically I deal with all the sport on board, circuit training on the flight deck.
So do you think you could get us lot into shape then?
Well, I could sort him out. I mean, he obviously needs a bit of a working out.
Alan was trying to outmuscle the boys on the boat. Fitness guy.
Well, he's quite a big lad, isn't he? So he obviously goes down the gym. I think he needs to do a bit more heavy, so because he's losing it slightly. I think it must be the long coach trip. You know, he's come and have a workout with me, and I'll show him what it's all about.
I tested, one in each hand. Alan doesn't compare at all. Sorry, Alan.
To finish the tour off, the crew perform a firefighting demonstration, especially for Brendan and the group.
Yeah, I like to see the way that the guys work together when they was putting that fire out. It proves that our Navy is the best in the world.
You feel proud that this is our Navy?
Royal Britannia.
So on behalf of everybody on Coach Trip, can we thank the captain, Lieutenant Commander Gullett and all the ship's company for looking after us on HMS York. May we wish you a fantastic tour of duty of the Far East. God bless and Godspeed. Cheers. Cheers. And can we have 3 cheers for the ship's company? Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray!
The passengers seem in high spirits after their amazing tour of HMS York. But that might all change as it's time for today's vote. On this coach trip, the passengers vote for who they don't like travelling with. Whoever gets the most votes is awarded a yellow card. If they get another yellow card on the trip, it becomes red and they are sent home and replaced by a new pair. Brendan gathers the group together on HMS York to hear the result. Currently, John and Kerry and Alan and Eileen hold a yellow card. But with the original passengers voting pact now over, today's yellow card could go to anyone.
Once again, we need to know who you're voting for and your reasons why. Thank you.
John and Kerry are the first to vote.
Today, our vote goes to Alan and Eileen.
Eileen and Alan have not give certain newcomers a chance. They've made a first impression and it's lasted. Now, since yesterday when they received a yellow card, which must be upsetting receiving a yellow card, but I found that all morning, this morning till this afternoon, Eileen and Alan have been rather sulky about it.
Today our vote also goes to Alan and Irene for the same reasons. We had an alliance and they fell apart the other day when they voted for Joe and Marlon, which they keep doing. I don't think he's given Joe any time of day at all, despite various attempts from Joe, which I think is unfair, and he jumped out of the alliance, so that's going to have to be.
Today we are voting for Di and Dave, the reason being that they voted for us last night and we thought very unfairly, because when you reach 71 years of age, you've naturally had many holidays and many travel experiences, and we thought the voting was on this coach trip, not what had happened previously.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I think that's probably the first honest thing that you've said on the trip.
Today we're voting again for Joe and Marlon. It's absolutely nothing against Marlon, but we think that your reasons last night for voting for Alan and Eileen were a little bit unfair. The kind of people that we want on the coach trip are the kind of people that will get involved regardless of their age, so I think using that as a reason is very unfair.
Today, Di and myself are voting for Alan and Eileen.
We feel they've manipulated the group, getting people on the side, and all the newcomers just don't stand a chance.
Today, we're voting for Eileen and Alan. And the reason we came about it, that we just feel that you will be the couple we will probably least likely get on with on this trip.
Today, me and my dad are voting for Alan and Eileen. Our reasons for making this vote are because out of all the couples on this trip, they're the couple we don't like.
We find that they're troublemakers, they want to hurt people, and now we would like to show them what it's like to be hurt.
That's it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the results of this evening's vote, with 5 votes against you, I award you your second yellow card, which becomes your red card. And so can I kindly ask you to go back to the coach, get your luggage, and unfortunately you're leaving coach trip.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So by awarding Eileen and Alan their second yellow card, it appears the original couples who voted together have now split.
Well, we were originally 4 couples, as you know, and because of a principle, we broke away to do our own vote, and so this is what they said they would do.
Joe and Marlon have replaced us in the group. It's as simple as that.
We're disappointed because we're absolutely loving the coach trip, and we don't want to leave, but you know, we're not surprised, not at all. We've been expecting it all day, because the group wouldn't really look us in the eyes and talk to us today.
No one came and spoke to us.
They've all avoided us.
Yeah, we knew straight away this morning. I think what's become now is the fact that there's a group are want to stay on the coach to any extreme, and they will go to any extreme to stay on the coach.
Alan and Eileen started on the trip in Madrid and have stayed on for 11 days, having some wonderful adventures through Spain and Portugal. But their trip has finally come to an end in Gibraltar, and a new couple will replace them on the coach.
It's been a magic trip.
Yeah.
We, as you know, we love life, we love new experiences, and we've done at least 2 new experiences every single day. And it's been absolutely wonderful.
Next time on Coach Trip, the tourists swap the coach for a ferry as they head on a day trip to Tangier in Morocco, where the group hang out in the souk.
You've got to learn to barter, girls. Get the prices down.
And then let it all hang out at a belly dancing lesson.